everybody, Jelsa Farmer here, and welcome on to this map tour. This is a new map for console. One of the updates from yesterday was this one. This is a map by Nismo. The megabyte size on this a little bit tricky, but on the website on the Modhub it says 269. Whilst in the game here it says 257 megabytes. It could have something with the mods in place. I'll come back to that. It's a tricky one. It is seasons ready. So let's have a look on the map. Here we go. As you can see, there are some really big fields. So what do we start with? Well, we start with a farm area over here where you have cows, a silo and a farmhouse with a sleep trigger, and over here you also have an area with a whole lot of equipment. You don't start with any fields at all, and the field prices are pretty expensive. The big ones here, 1 million, 1.5 and 1.7, but you also have some smaller fields here by a farm which are more suitable to start with. I think all these are grass fields when you start, but other than that you also have some forest areas over here, and there are some areas which you cannot buy. Let me see over here. I think these are small lakes or something. And also on some of the fields here, they are quite, or a little bit bumpy, so to speak. And some of them have trees in the middle. I think 18 here had like a water point or something in the middle of it. There's also a separate water trigger here by a small lake, which we're gonna try, and we're also gonna try to fill water maybe in one of the lakes here. Biogas plant, price on that is not that expensive, 148,000. Contracts are available and they pay out pretty good because the fields are they are big. There is also a train on this map. When looking at the map, when you start up all the way up here at the shop. I've taken one of the vehicles up here to drive around with. When it comes to sell points in the Modhub, it says it's 7 sell points. I can only find 6 here, but I guess the 7th one is the biogas plant. So the main sell point which will take all your normal crops is Tara, and then you have Tara Plus, which will take your root crops. You have the sawmill, which will buy your wood chips and lumber. Milk sell point, which will buy your egg and milk, and then the barn, which will take all your grass products and pellets if you have straw harvest downloaded. Now you see the silo capacity is 800,000, and you also start with a little bit inside the silo. Yeah, and that's actually, let's move on to what we start with. That's a whole lot we start with. Let's see here, we go here, and I'm on console, PS4, I'm on new farmer. Then you start with 648, and if you start on farm manager, the slot count goes down to 597. So it's a pretty high slot count, but you'll see why. You actually start with a whole lot of equipment. You have 2 Valtra tractors, you have 3 John Deere tractors, really big ones also, the 7 series, 8R series, And you also have the Krone Big X forage harvester. You have a food mixer. You have 2 Joskin trailers. You have 2 Agroliner trailers. You have 2 headers, one for corn and one for your grass or your normal crops, which will make chaff. You have a mower, tether, a windrower, a loading wagon, also another food mixer, a front loader. This is a silage grabber, I guess. A header trailer, some weights, and a large cow pasture and a big silo. The large cow pasture will take 200 cows. You also have a farmhouse, sleep trigger, which you can sell and place another if you, for example, want to. Now the sleep trigger is on here. You can sell it and you can also place it over here. There is also a farmhouse on this place. So another thing with this map, it says in the Modhub that you need to install some mods to be able to play this, or it's recommended. And it's actually 7 mods, and all these 7 mods are by the map creator Nismo itself. I don't know, I don't understand why these were not included. I'm gonna show you how you will find these 7 mods at what I think is the easiest way of finding them. You know what? We're gonna take that a little bit later, because I'm gonna show you what these mods will actually do. So let's have a plan on the map tour. We are now up here. We're gonna go through the sell points over here. We're gonna drive us through down here to the biogas plant, and this area here up to the sawmill, and over here to this area. So here, the shop here is also a little bit, it's not tricky, but you see over there, that's your buy and sell point, whilst the vehicles will arrive here. You also have a workshop, and you have to drive on the backside here to get out. I don't know if it's me or if it's my television, but it seems pretty dark, at least in the shadows. Maybe it's because it's 8:23 in the morning, but I've been driving around the map a little bit, and I don't know if it's my television who's set wrong, but at least in the shadow areas it seems pretty dark to me. So here we are at an area with some sell points. So again, if you're not used to this, you can go here for Tara. This is the sell point, and if you press triangle, you can see this big light pole coming up to show you where it is. So this will take more or less all of your normal crops, and also on this one here the train will pass. There we go. Here also it's incredibly dark. I need my lights on. And this one is the Tara Plus, if I'm not, let's see. Yeah, this is the Tara Plus, which will buy your root crops. Nice to have a drive-through here. Or maybe. Oh, anyway. Moving over here, we also have the barn sell point, which will buy your grass and hay, silage. Also this one is one of those tricky ones. Nope, that won't open. Anyway, you see the trigger inside here. And you also have a lime station over here. So there you go, that's this area here. So now we'll jump in the Malta and go down to the biogas plant. Let's see, there we go. Maybe this is a weight. I don't know. Is there a display? There is a weight down at the... Oh, there we go. On the back side of the tractor. Up there you see the tractor is 8,293 kilos. There's also a similar weight on the biogas plant. But the details is nice, it's crispy, as long as you stay in this on the sun side, so to speak. But yeah, these road signs have collision, so just make aware of that. Even though you will get medium to big size equipment around this map. And like I said, the fields are massive, the big ones. You can see out here. Oh, there we go. It's also collisions on those small bollards. So here we're coming up on the first point, which is the water trigger. Usually on other maps you can more or less get water from all the lakes, but here you have a designated water trigger. Let's see if... Oh! Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I just want to see if it was deep, but apparently it's either winter time with ice, or this water is not even there. Ooh. So I guess that needs maybe an update by Nismo. Anyway, let's try this one also. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we are coming up to the biogas plant. Open this one. So here we also got ourselves a weight, and the display is over there. you have the, so to speak, the digester where you deliver your silage or manure, and it will start to digest it. You have two major big silage bunkers. Your byproduct from your products that you will deliver, the digestate, will be here. So here you can pick up your digestate. And as I said, the biogas plant is not that expensive. So let's continue. Whoop. And the fields, as I said, are very open and big. There are no hedges, no fences, so it should be pretty easy to harvest and get workers to help you out. Oops, I was looking at something different. Anyway, in the shadows it's really dark. So now we're coming up to the other farm area, and you see here is a lot of equipment. That place there is the spinnery where you can sell your wool or cotton, and there is a gate also here. Here you can see there is a farmhouse, so you can sell the sleep trigger on the other farm and place it here if you want. Now here you see one of the reason you need to have the required mods or recommended mods. It says actually required mods. Usually when you get these kind of notification, once you start up the map, they will download automatically, but it didn't do it here. So if we, let's see, let's go down to the area. Here we are. So here we see this is part of your equipment, the grass equipment, so to speak, and the area here is completely empty. And we can also look on the other side here. Where am I now? Here we go. This is the other area which have a lot of open areas. There's one cow farm here. I think that's because I had it installed from before. And the same with the main silo. This one will take 800,000 liter. But you see here also here all the John Deere equipment, the forage harvester, they are outside, so you need to install the sheds to be able to get it installed, so to speak. So that's what I'm gonna show you, I think now, how the easiest way to do it. You don't have to do it. You can keep it like it is now and place your own sheds if you want, but let me show you how to do it. So does this help? I think maybe. Oh, now it died out completely, the music. Ah, okay. So let's go here and go into mods, if you go in here and press L3, press that twice. I always do that, then you get all the mods. And then square to get into your search. And then you search after Nismo, because that's the modder of the map, and he's also the modder for all the required mods. And then you get all his mods up. And what's a little bit difficult to see here is that some of the required mods have the same name, like grain storage. It says twice garages. So what you most likely will have to do is to download all of these. So I'll do that and we'll see how it looks. So now I have installed all the Nismo mods. I restarted. I had to start a new save game actually. When I went back to my original game, nothing of the sheds came up, so I had to start a new save game. So I'm here again, 8 o'clock in the morning. But now I got all the sheds. So let's get an overview maybe. Here we go. So now we got some nice big garages, a big shed, and also a cow barn. This one will hold, I think it's 15 cows. And over at the main farm, which is over here, you see we have now 2 main big bunker silos. We have open shed here. We have some big garages here, which all of our equipment is inside now. And we also got some big sheds over here. So this is how it will look if you have all the mods installed. But also now, if you go and look at the slot count, now the slot count is 725. So it's gone up 77 slots with installing these sheds. And they also appear now under owned equipment. As you can see, you have all these sheds and garages now. I think you can sell them. Let's see, let's take that. Yes, you can sell them. So you could get some money out of this. Also, what's really good about this is if you start on Farm Manager, the slot count is way down to 597, but you still get all your vehicles. But you don't get the farm area here, you don't get all the sheds, you get nothing, but you get 1.250 million, I think it is, and all the equipment. So in here in the garages, now we are at the westerly farm. So here now all the grass equipment is inside. You got some sheds here, which a big one here. Is there a light switch in here? There we go. Ooh. So big open drive-through shed there. And over here is the cow farm or cow shed. You can also see when you go into own equipment, like here, the cow shed. This will hold 15 cows. And the cow pasture on the other farm will hold 200 cows. This one also, you need lights. And your feed triggers. Over here, I'm assuming that the manure will pop up here because there's no manure point on the outside. Here is the slurry. And the milk trigger is here. And this is the buy and sell point for your cows. So there we go. Now looking at the map, where have we been? Where we can go down here to the milk point, and then we will drive across here and over to the main farm area. And also, you don't start with any harvester on this map. Oh, I need a tractor maybe. Let's jump in this one. You have a forage harvester, of course, but you don't have an ordinary harvester, so to speak. But you have a lot. As I said, you have a lot of equipment that you can either sell, get money for it, and buy a harvester. And you don't have a field to start with, so you may have to start with doing contracts work. This is the milk sell point, which will buy your milk and eggs. And afterwards, I'm just gonna show you. Let's see, we also have the sawmill, of course, over here, which the train will go past. So here we got the wood chips sell point, and here you have to look out because the train can come suddenly. And inside there you can sell your logs. And this field here, I think it's one of the biggest one. You can see how big it is. Maybe we can run straight over to let's take a shortcut over here, like so maybe. And here you have a lot of wool. Whew. Now we are down here, so this is the spinnery. The ones beside the water farm is the animal dealer. So now we are here at the spinnery, and we will gently drive over to our main farm, now with sheds and garages. Not here. That's into another place. There we go. And here we have all the small, so to speak, grass fields. You cannot plow them together. They are all divided by some small rivers, which we most likely can drive over, I guess, since the water here is icy. There we go. So here we are at home finally. Here is the farmhouse, which also have a sleep trigger here. which you can sell and move to the other farm. We got some big sheds. Here you can see it's not my television. It is that dark in the shadows. I don't know. You have some up gates here. And the light switch is all the way over here. There we go. Now we got lights. Still a little bit dark, but anyway. And then we go out over here. We got the similar shed over there. We got this main farm silo, which you drive through here. You can load your crops here and dump it down here. This is the big cow pasture, which will hold 200 cows. Now I haven't tested the triggers, but looking at here, this seems to be the food trigger over here. Or maybe here. Maybe this is the food trigger. And here we got maybe straw for bedding. And the milk slurry. Here is the slurry point. This is your buy and sell point for cows. Now this is closed, but when you approach it, it says close gate. And then when you open it, so there's something not correct there, but anywho. Here is your milk point. And some big, huge bunker silos. Whew. So the start equipment, as I said, really nice on this one. Yeah, so yeah, and here we have all the other equipment stored inside, like so. A little bit more tidier when you have a garage. I cannot get out. There we go. Whew. So yeah, it's an interesting map. Huge fields. As I said, you don't start with any fields. You can of course do some contract work and start up with some of the small ones here. If I would have started on this one, I would most likely have gone into Farm Manager, because then you have still all of your equipment. I might have started up here, put my sleep trigger on this area, put down some easy sheds to get my equipment inside, and then I would have bought this field here, because this field is 830,000 and you have 1.2 million. And this is full of corn, which you can use your forage harvester to make chaff and put it in the silo at the biogas plant, or you can maybe use some of your field here to place some big bunker silos, make silage, and then you are rocking and rolling. But that's all up to you. I think that was it. Let me check my notes. Yeah, I think that was it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're not. Hit that like button if you have any comments or any experience with this map. Please leave one. And I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.